Good morning, it's Jonathan Barratt with the morning debrief for May the 19th. The current time is 7:50, just 8 minutes to 7:51, 8 minutes to 8 o'clock. Quite a volatile night, there's no doubt about it, across the board. Everything was looking good until Germany decided they would ban naked short selling. As a result of that, we found that a lot of investors decided to put back on those risk aversion trades. As a result of that, the US dollar went up, equities went down, and some commodities actually were very, very volatile, in particular crude, as people started to reassess the fact that they feel that there's some bigger concern in Europe. Even though we saw the first payment go across $18 billion for Greece, this thing about naked short selling spooked the market. Euro's certainly under a lot of pressure there, and we'll run through that a little bit later. But quite a volatile night, and you'll see by the ranges in some of these when we go through them. But let's have a quick wrap. There we go. Now it's best to start, I think, with Europe, because the Stoic was up 62 or 2.39%. The FTSE was up 0.85, the DAX was up 1.47, and the CAC was up 2%. So exceptionally good there. Everything was looking great. And then all of a sudden, Germany came out with this news, Germany to temporarily ban naked short selling. And all of a sudden the market said, hey, look, we got concerns here, big issues here, and the whole thing reversed. The Dow down 1.08%, 10,510. The S&P was down 1.42, the Nasdaq down 1.57, and the Russell down 1.86. But what you can see is that, from the currency perspective, have a look at this, because the market just decided that there was a concern, and as a result of that, let's just have a look here at the euro. We saw that euro just absolutely get shellacked, and there it is down there, 121.76. Now there are prospects here that it can, as we said, everything was looking okay, up around that 124 area, and then she just reversed, broke this trend line here, and down she came. If it is a bottoming out process, you'd have to see, look, really what happens, but it is going to be quite hard until we find a bit of a trend at the top side, and that's what we don't have at the moment. Just so we know, we did have some euro positions, which we got into on that breakthrough 124.20. Look, it was pretty much right at the top, but we had a stop close by, so I wasn't too concerned about that loss. But quite happy to see where the market is now. Because that actually worked, so quite happy with that. Okay, so let's have a look at the dollar index, I guess, is the key here. There you are, look at that. This is a breach, pullback, and then some follow through again, and that's exactly what happened. How does the dollar index look on a daily chart? Well, basically you can see that it just continues to move onwards and upwards, and that's that risk aversion trade. That's where it's coming in there, and you can see it. That we're getting to these levels which we haven't seen for some time, and I guess if anything there, look, we're coming into a bit of resistance, but from here we can continue to see it trade onwards. So anyway, the trend's your friend at the moment, and it's been quite a savage trend. How did that affect the Aussie, I guess, is the key, and here we are, right at major support, 85.50, 85.80. That's the key for our on the Aussie trade. If this whole movement is still a consolidationary move, then this area has to hold. If it doesn't, look forward to the Aussie down at 80, okay? And if that's the case, she does come under pressure. So keep very close to that. Let's have a look at some of the commodities. Gold up a little bit, down a little bit. Look, it's very hard to see what it wants to do at the moment. It does look as though we've reached an intermediate low here where it popped down to below that 1206 area and then ratcheted all the way back up. I expect it to go sideways and then probably have another look higher if, in fact, that the market is correct and they feel that there's more concerns in Europe. So let's see how that unfolds. Now, crude has been very volatile, very interesting. Look at that price action, all the way up to 72.40. If you're on the tweets last night, we went long at 70.28 and then saw that rally. We did move our stop up with it, which was good. So we were actually stopped out on it at 71.50. So the stop actually worked for us in that respect, so quite happy. But some complete turnaround there in terms of some of the data, and obviously people concerned that economic performance isn't with us. If this does trade back through 70, 50, then I think we can safely say that around this area, that 70 area is good support, but let's see how that trades. Copper Very volatile there, but had a strong night last night, 305, which was quite strong, and that's the front month for it. So I think copper in itself, I think it has reached an intermediate low, but I think any concerns of risk aversion and economic performance, and then it will come under pressure. There is quite a lot of talk concerning China and the property bubble there. Now that will hurt copper, so just be careful on that. There are some good stories about what's happening over there, and in terms of economic performances, so stay close to that with the copper market. I think you can say that if we take out that lower end of that 290, different story. Okay, now how does that affect our local markets? And I think that's the key. Obviously, everything's under pressure at the moment. There's the SPY there. The market obviously closed a little bit lower today, 4445. I think if in fact we do get below those areas, it's just coming up now, then we're in for a more deeper consolidation. Let's have a look at that daily chart there, because I think that probably is the one you really want to have a look at. Okay, here we are. These are the important areas here, 4450. This area here, 4490. All these areas are very important for the stability of the market. And if it breaks through that area, then as you can see, there's quite a bit of noise or quite a bit of movement to the downside. So I would be a little bit cautious about what happens there. Stay close to those areas too, because yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But at the moment, she's not looking that positive. Okay, let's have a quick look at the economic calendar. Today we've got Westpac Consumer Confidence, Wage Cost Index, industrial production, which will be widely watched in Japan, so be careful of that. In the States, CPI is the big number tonight. Don't think there's much chance of any inflationary pressures coming from it, but let's see how that unfolds. And we've got the Department of Energy crude oil inventories tonight, so they'll be important. Also, we've got the minutes of the FOMC meeting. That'll give us a bit of an idea as to what is actually happening out there. Okay, so let's see what that all looks like. So it's going to be quite volatile, there's no doubt about it. I would recommend that people lower the amounts they trade, because it's just like a washing machine with the ranges we're trading. Very hard to trade these sorts of markets. In one of the reports I said when in May, stay away. I think that still holds quite true. We're not getting good trending markets at the moment, and I think the idea is just to batten down a little bit. So let's see how it all unfolds. But that's about it for me. I hope you have a good day. Happy trading, and good luck today.